guys, it's me, LegendBTV, and how in the name of the Gustavo Rock is Big Time Rush already 10 years old? What? It's insane. This show and this band have meant so much to me over the years, and it feels like they really were just here and gone. Those 4 years they were around really just felt like 3 days! Jokes aside, I ran a poll on Twitter asking y'all if you wanted my top 10 favorite Big Time Rush episodes or songs. And of course, the songs won out overall. So here you go. But if there's enough demand, maybe in the future, I'll do a Big Time episode list. Anyways, here we go. This is my top 10 favorite Big Time Rush songs. Number 10. Big Time! Let's start this list off with an absolute classic. In fact, so much so that I'm pretty sure this is the most popular Big Time Rush song by a sizable margin. Y'all already know what it is. Overnight, gotta dream big time. Yes, I know this is an overused pick, and if you've seen the show, you're probably sick of this, hearing it every time the theme song comes on. But the full version of the song has so many more great moments that you might be missing if you only know it by the theme song. And first of all, the song is packed with energy, heart, fun, and life. An absolutely empowering song about living life to the fullest because y'all know you only get one life and you gotta live it big time. Add to this a great bridge, Logan's fantastic Life You Choose dynamic on the second chorus, a ridiculously catchy hook, and there you have it, a song that's just destined to be a Big Time Rush classic right there. To me, this is a fantastic introduction for this band, and an instant win for Big Time Rush. Number 9. Big Time! We just began with the first ever Big Time Rush song. And now, we're going straight to the last one. Whoop whoop! Thinking we only got tonight. From the very moment that piano hits me, I instantly feel this chill down my spine. It's the chilling feeling that this isn't the everyday Big Time Rush song. This really has a feeling of finality to it, the way they strip back the overproduction and the sugar for the most part, and really just focus on this lyrical storytelling of the fact that this is kind of like a metaphor for the band, as when the time comes to put Big Time Rush to a close, the door opens for new chapters in life, which is really great. The uplifting vibe keeps this from not sounding too melodramatic or sad, but still having enough truth and earnesty to really keep fans really invested in where the story is going lyrically. It just has such a great attitude about moving forward in life. While Big Time Rush was an amazingly fun fantasy, unfortunately it was just a fantasy, and like a mirage, it just can't last forever. Is it one of my most played Big Time Rush songs ever? No, because I really do have to be in the mood for this one. But when I am, it is definitely one for the tissues, folks, because, oh, this one gets me going. Number 8. Big Time! Okay, guys, we already know this next pick is awesome, but if you only know it by the TV show, there is a certain portion of the song, what I'd like to call the secret portion, that really a lot of fans are missing out if you've not heard the studio version of this track, because it's awesome. You wanna be famous. You wanna be the one who's living the life. This has got to be probably the hardest Big Time Rush has ever rocked in a song. Sure, it's overproduced as heck, but this song is ridiculously catchy and has a really jovial and uplifting message that I can't help but eat up. It's all about that hot, spicy, sexy desire to be famous and have all the world love you. After all, Big Time Rush has told me for the better part of 10 years that I could be famous, and now, more than ever, I feel that dream is coming true. Someday. Anyways, what was that secret surprise I was telling you about earlier? It is that Logan raps in this song. Oh my god. Rotation video, bright lights, fan mail. I like to call it Logan-hemian Rhapsody. Woohoo. Okay, but yes, Logan raps in this for a good 30 seconds, and it is amazing. It is completely inspirational. It is unexpected as heck. It's all about how being famous isn't just thrown at you, and it takes a lot of hard work. It takes time, effort. It takes more than just wanting it, quoting him directly. It's just so surprising and delightful, and it's a touch of realism that really just makes this track all the more intriguing. So yeah, I love this a lot. Number 7. Big Time! So I have to be honest, while I do like 24/7 by Big Time Rush, it is easily my least favorite Big Time Rush album. That album and the season aligned with the album were perfectly fine, they were good. However, it did kind of give me the implications that Big Time Rush had personally moved on from this, and it kind of just seemed like a contractual obligation at this point, milking another season of Big Time Rush and a new album of really kind of just formulaic tunes, and just another album kind of retreading territory we've already heard better done in the first two albums, just for another sizable paycheck for Nickelodeon. Because yeah, it did seem like Big Time Rush were getting a little bit too old, and they do want to move on to a little bit more adult and mature things. It's sad, but it's true. However, a few songs off of 24/7 are some of Big Time Rush's best songs. This one right here is that example.
I want you to cry, cause you're laughing so hard tonight. We're playing air guitar, alright. We're being who we are.
Ah, yes. As soon as I hear the opening synth organs kick into this awesome piano beat, it never fails to bring a smile to my face. It's just a fun song about not giving a flaypagan about what anyone thinks about you. And I assume what they're doing like nobody's around is just some harmless, inoffensive PG dancing, because I'm thinking if they're doing something else like nobody's around, they would probably get arrested, but okay. Anyways, the vocals on this track are very well done. From Kendall in the beginning, to James, to the absolutely awesome bit towards the end where Logan, like, where the music stops and it's just Logan's angelic delivery with the turn up the radio bit when Logan sings that. It is heavenly.
Turn up the radio, so what if we lose control?
For a subtle, slowed down portion that really just lets you sit back and smell the roses of the track, metaphorically speaking. And it gives Logan his time to shine, which he definitely deserves a bit more often on Big Time Rush songs, because his contribution is absolutely fantastic here. I do kind of wish the guitar was not quite as sanitized as it is in this song, and maybe it would have brought out a bit more of an edge, maybe had the melody placed more to the front of the mix. Thankfully though, the synths and the organs do provide enough melody to satisfy, and the hook is so ridiculously fun that I end up loving this all the same. Number 6.
Big Time.
Now the Elevate era is where I feel like Big Time Rush were at their best. The album had the best sounding and produced songs, the group had matured a bit lyrically, hell, they were even allowed to say hell on a song. But yeah, while their love songs were over the top and very cheesy to some, to me I try and just empathize myself as being those girls that they sing about whenever I listen to this, and I just have to go, aww.
Hey.
Really solid pianos, really nice guitars, really impressively dynamic harmonization, and an intense, throbbing, but soothing beat carrying the verses at the same time. It's this nice simultaneous blend that really gives this track a chill pace. And it's basically about the boys expressing their love for this really hot girl in the most sweet way possible. Adding in an awesome bridge that really just varies up the track, in the best way possible, that is. A genuinely fantastic final minute which adds in more synthesizer and piano solos against the boys' harmonization, and it is pure boy band gold. Honestly, this track is just everything I need in a fun boy band love song. Listening to this one can make me fall in love with Big Time Rush all over again. See what I did there? Okay. Number 5.
Big Time.
While Elevate did double down on some more slow, earnest love songs, the boys definitely did not forget to have their fun too. And this song here is the boys at their most fun.
I used to think that love was something fools made up, cause all I knew was heartbreak.
Yes, I love this track so much. This track, ever since I first heard it, was definitely a big time classic to me. It's the big return, the lead up to the second album, and it doubles down on that bouncy fun that the debut embraced so much. And the boys are head over heels in love, but, you know what I mean, she's just so beautiful that you can't really find the words to say. And oh my god, I've been there, oh my god, and it sucks, but it's great that they kind of found this metaphor. Big Time Rush has a way of making the hard things in life just seem happy in the end. It's so hard to talk to this girl, but it's alright, because we're just going to let the music do the talking, and it sounds better when they're with her. I get it, okay. And this song has a really great beat. It's got a nice punch to it, a great groove. The boys vocally are at their best here. And the beat develops a nice tension and color and swell whenever it drops into rapper Man's verse.
Better with you, she's my music enhancer. When the music plays, she's my dancer. When I'm around her every...
Which I gotta admit, for a boy band verse, is actually not bad. Like, it's pretty good. And then adding in James' awesome auto-tuned vocal warbling that really adds some nice melody to the track and isn't annoying at all. It's actually really good. So yeah, overall, there's just so much to like about this song. It is incredibly catchy, and it is one of Big Time Rush's absolute best. Number 4. Big Time! Oh my god, guys. What more do I need to say about this one? This track to me defines what Big Time Rush is meant to be. A ridiculously fun party track with such a throbbing, enthusiastic beat and performance that really just says you want to live it big time and you want to make this city subsequently all yours. Like, you own everything. Everybody else is your slave. And while, yeah, slavery is something that does not deserve to happen in the 21st century, still, this is a fantastic message for the song. Vocally, James is the star of the show on this one. The second verse and the bridge, he just sounds fantastic here. Just such a melodic and heartfelt delivery from him. You really can tell, like, he's really into this song.
Now we're here like it's destiny calling. So night after night, we rock the whole place out.
And also, towards the end of the song, if you squint closely, they actually do break out an electric guitar solo, and it sounds excellent. Now, granted, I do wish it was more to the front of the mix and more prominent in the mix, but hey, the fact that it's there at all really just shows Big Time Rush did have intentions to really rock the house when they tried. And I also love, like, right when they end the track and you hear that last 10-second guitar fade out, that right there is just, oh my god, I live for that. It is a great final moment. Overall, this track is glorious. Number 3. Big Time! I'm going to admit, Big Time Rush is not a very diverse band. Thus, it's becoming harder and harder for me to think of new and interesting ways to intro these tracks. Like, most of their songs are just about partying, girls, and fun. But trust me, you don't need an introduction from me to know that this song is really awesome.
Get a call on a random afternoon. I pick it up and I see that it's you.
Alright, let me just start off by saying on this one, Kendall Schmidt sounds absolutely fantastic on the opening of this song. Good God. Oh my heavens, he sounds great. In fact, everything about the beginning of this track is great. From the guitar lead-ins, to the subtle but still bumpy bass, and just the fun blast of energy that is the start of this song and then leading into the hook. And the lyrics are great too. It's a song about Kendall Schmidt, a guy who just got his heart broken by a girl. Much like the news, of course. Yes, so he got his heart broken by a girl. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna sit around? Is he gonna complain? No. He's gonna get out, he's gonna party, he's gonna forget about her. That is a great way to think of it, because so many people, myself included before when I've been broken up with, it sucks. It really just makes you feel like crap. But Big Time Rush, they're not gonna let that happen. They're not gonna let that slow them down. And also, Carlos on the second verse is really good as well. Like, mainly the verses steal the show on this track.
Left out and wait by the phone. I'm moving.
I do like the hook, but I think, like, really what happens is the percussion really takes over the melody, I think, a bit more than it does in the verses. But the verses make up for it tremendously. The verses, I could play those like all... I swear, those verses are so good. And mainly, it's just so dang memorable, so dang infectious, and easily a classic to remember from Big Time Rush. And very fitting to be the first ever song on BTR, their first album. Number 2. Big Time! Alright, this song may go overboard on the sweetness to the point where you might be getting diabetes. But honestly, if I was a girl and a hot guy sang this to me, I would probably cry.
Baby, every time you come around, girl, you take my breath away.
This consent-granted remake of an all-time low song is pretty much a perfect fit for Big Time Rush. The piano notes are harsh, biting, and of course the boys are head over toes in love. Probably more so than any other song before on this list. And the vocals here are truly melodic and heartfelt, and they do a great job of selling the fantasy of being in love and just how amazing it really makes you feel. I would say this is one of the best representations of why I love Big Time Rush so much. They really do have this amazing fantasy kind of sound that I really wish was more like real life. The best part of the song is Logan handling the second pre-chorus, Kendall's heart-aching desire on the bridge, seriously.
No idea that I'm in paradise. Tell me you can hear me, I'm expressing my love.
Like, when Kendall sings on the bridge, that is so beautiful that I feel like there was once a girl that really Kendall just wanted so bad, and oh my god, I feel him, man. I feel him. It sounds like there was a girl in his life that he really wanted to get close to. Was it Joe? Question mark, question mark? Anyways, this song is catchy, beautiful, and really emotive. Yes, it is a little overproduced, it is a little bubblegummy, and it does seem a little on the mushy side, so if you're not a fan of that, I would say probably pass this one up. But for me, oh my god, this is boy band Nirvana. Yeah, I went there. Before we get to my favorite BTR song, here are some big time honorable mentions.
The light of the night. You wanna wild out and wild out, all eyes on you.
Catchy as heck, a great beat, and a nice hook. What more can I say?
When the lights go down in the city, you'll be right to shining bright.
A really sweet, more ballad type song with a nice message to a girl who may not always feel the most noticed or appreciated. This is the time for her to shine and for them to show their appreciation for her. So, you know what? Kudos.
It's gonna be a big night.
Good lord, this is insanely fun. The only reason it didn't make the list is because I do prefer the tune of the top 10 more than this track, but still, that beat slaps.
Not on the right track lately. I need to pick me up.
This is unreleased, but still a track that I love due to the fact that it does have a really catchy guitar riff starting off this track. The vocals are great, the whistling is infectiously catchy, and the hair back, t-shirt, small town swag, like that pre-chorus is so good. I think the production from verse to chorus, though, isn't quite consistent enough to really grant it a place in the top 10, but I still love this track regardless. Unreleased, but this song you can see on the episode Big Time Terror, and it's pretty fun, and it's also pretty dark as well. It's a song about a relationship falling apart because he just didn't feel like he could be himself around this girl. I guess he felt like he had to be somebody he was not. And he just really wants that second chance. Now, I do wish the guitars in this track weren't so drowned out by the synths, because they could have really created a bit more of a rocking effect like they really tried to do. And two, I think vocally this track is a little bit lackluster for the guys as well. There are parts where I felt like Kendall can't quite hit the notes right, like the I know you may not hear me part. But overall, it's something different for the band, and while it doesn't quite pay out, the best parts of this track, like the chorus and Kendall's pre-chorus the second time around, are fantastic.
Baby, when the night is done, I let you go. But I promise you'll be back tomorrow.
Another darker tone track that still manages to be ridiculously catchy as well.
All the windows down.
Just a song with a really tight, throbbing beat, a fun vibe, the woohoos are a really great addition. The guitar progression is extremely catchy. The vocals are really good. And it's just perfect for the summer, or heck, any season of the year.
We're dancing in the stars, no matter where we are. Jupiter Boulevard, here we go, here we go.
If you wanna party, whoa, elevate a little higher, oh. Nothing to see here. This track is awesome. Number 1.
Big time.
Well, this definitely isn't a track that you'd probably expect to be number 1, but this is an underappreciated gem in all forms, and it's not talked about enough by the Big Time Rush fan base or what little there is left of it. But let me shine a light on this track, as it really deserves more appreciation. Now, once again, I don't really have a clever way to introduce this track, unfortunately, but maybe you can show me.
Show me by the way you hold me, way that you control me, speed me up the slow me.
Good Mr. Garrison, this song. It's absolute boy band perfection in every sense of the word. It's a love song, but in a bit more of a subtle sense that doesn't make it seem overly mushy or dramatic. It's also not quite as in-your-face mushy in the content. Getting past that, this production is gorgeous. The piano melody is absolutely fantastic against this slick tambourine production. And the I wanna see you refrain is, oh yes! It's pretty freaking brilliant for a pop sense. Every part of the vocals of this song are absolutely awesome in my opinion. The piano melody is just so sickeningly sweet that I just have to love it. There are some really mature adult implications in this song.
I touch your skin, you're trembling.
Big Time Rush, I got my eye on you. I know what you're up to, you naughty dogs. Overall, though, the sound is amazing. The vocals completely match the sound. It's one of the most unique sounding Big Time Rush songs as well, and it definitely pays off. Also, once again, bonus points for Logan. That outro with the la-las is amazing! So anyways, yes, that's it. That's probably about 30 minutes of me standing Big Time Rush. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe for more. Happy 10th anniversary to Big Time Rush. I will be probably watching the debut episode today on the anniversary. And yeah, I can't believe it's been 10 years, but yeah, see you next time.